All right, how is everyone doing? I think we are live. There's always a little bit of a delay on the screen. Here we go. All right. Hello, Suzette. Okay, it seems like my chat is working this side, which is making it so much easier to do if it's working on this side. All right, hello, everyone. It's another Wednesday night, and honestly, it feels like I am sitting here. It was yesterday. That's how it feels like. It's just crazy how time flies, and we're already in mid-October. What is happening? How are you doing? Please let me know what is going on in my head. How are you doing? Are you well? How's the weather? Please let me know. I would love to know. I am sitting here with a hot chocolate made with water, hot water, and a little bit of milk. And I am continuing to knit on my mystery knit along. So yes, please tell me if you're joining us. Talk in the chat, please, because that keeps me busy also and occupied. And it's lovely if you participate in that way. It helps me to let the conversation continue. Because honestly, normally I come and I sit here with a few things that I want to talk about. I am unprepared tonight, so we're going to wing it with a few things so that the conversation can continue. That's my plan. Let me just see if I made a mistake. I think I am on the wrong side of the row. I don't know what's happening here. Where's my pattern? Yes, I'm now on the front again. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Suzette is saying hello, Christine. Hello, good to see you. She says hello, Christine. Did we start the MCAL already? I think you haven't started already, if memory serves me well. And yes, if you are knitting on the mystery knit along, how is it going? I am now on the second. Wait, maybe I must not say too much. I'm on this clue 2, the second last section of clue 2. Anita says hello. I'm very tired tonight, but luck on plain knitting parts. Oh, she's busy with plain knitting parts. Oh, great, Anita. I think I'm also going to go to bed a little bit early tonight. I don't know. It's a funny time of year where you just feel so exhausted quite easily. It's October and November itchiness. Do you get the same thing? Let me know. Maggie, hello Maggie. Naand, ek is besig met my Emma cardigan. Nou wag ek vir môre. So she says she's busy with her Emma cardigan and she waits for tomorrow for the clue 3 to drop off the mystery knit along. Ooh, lekker Maggie, jy moet lekker brei. Susanna says, hello Jalene and all in the chat. Just going to grab my hazelnut latte and cake. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Be right back. Susanna, all the way from Australia. It's lovely seeing you in the chat. Okay, I need to start with this next round. And it's such a joy. But now I need to figure out what I did here because I'm using some mohair. And something, oh, I see what I did there. Okay, now what I need to do. Knit 3. Let me just start this round because then it will be easy for me to carry on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you see, I think this here is a that. All right, then we can carry on. Cool, now I can be invested in the chat. Because because I'm set up. It's not the first time I'm knitting with mohair, but I am pairing mohair with merino. And I have to just make sure that I'm grabbing all the strands that I'm working with. So it's a bit of a challenge, not really, but it's a little bit of a step up, and I absolutely, absolutely love it. Christine says, no, did not start yet with the mystery knit along. Okay, Christine, I think you're going to love this mystery knit along. Miranda, hi Miranda. She says, good evening from the Netherlands. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, Miranda. I finished knitting a blanket, just weaving in ends. So, Miranda, I'm very curious. Do you like to knit in ends? To weave, not knit, weave in ends? Because most of the people I know don't like it, but there is some people that really actually do love weaving in ends. I'm one of those people that do not like to do that. So I'm currently sitting and I'm thinking, oh dearie me, there's a lot of ends in my project that I still need to weave in, and it's going to be a task. It's going to be a task. Who would like to weave in my ends? Carl says, hello, everyone. Hello, Carl. How is the UK doing? How's the weather? Was in the middle of an episode of Grey's Anatomy when I got the notification. Oh, wow. On which season, Carl? On which season of Grey's Anatomy? Marie-Louise. Hello, Marie-Louise. She says, hello. It's nice seeing you in the chat, Marie-Louise. How are you doing? What are you knitting? How's the weather? Suzette says, hi. Not doing the shawl, but I follow you all. A beauty and interesting. I'm busy with socks for a church bazaar, online auction, and another pair of knockers. Oh, Suzette shared a photo with me earlier today of all these pairs of knitted knockers that a group of them actually knitted and crocheted, and they will give it over to Cancer. So Cancer is our Cancer Association for South Africa. So they do, collect all these knitted knockers and then distribute them to the people that would really need them. And I think that is just wonderful. So thank you for doing that, Suzette. Nancy, hello, Nancy. She says, hi. Yes, even when you're careful, you can still miss the mohair. Absolutely. I need to, so the strand is so thin that I have to really make sure that I actually do grab it with my needle. But yes, I am really loving the knit and the merino and the mohair together currently. Miranda says, I weave while watching. That is such a great idea to actually do that while you want to participate, in a live chat and here on screen, to be able to do something that is very simple and doesn't take, concentration, and you can just merely take your darning needle and weave in. So this is actually the perfect space to be able to do that. Rosemary, she says, hi all, I hope you're all well. I'm also exhausted, Jalene. Oh no, Rosemary, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think it's just a long time ago that I had leave, so it's catching up. I'm still busy with my socks for the DB's October sock along. Oh, Rosemary, I hope that leave shows up quickly somewhere, somehow, and so that you can rest and feel better. And then it's lovely. I'm so happy that you're doing socks. I am just quickly checking that if I am not reading your comment, then that happened actually last week where one of the comments did not show up on the live chat. So if that happens, I am not willfully ignoring you. It's just because I don't see your comment or your chat. So then I apologize for that. Marina says she's watching a series on YouTube while she's doing the weaving, I believe. Suzette says October, November, rat race madness. That is so true because it's exam times here in South Africa. We have a school year from January to December month. So it's the conclusion of the school year. So it's the children is starting with exams. My daughter is starting on Friday. And everything happens, prize givings, all these last things that needs to be done. This is the time. So it is busy and busy and busy like you cannot believe. So it's definitely October, November rat race. Linka, hello Linka. She says, hello, better late than never. Hope you all are well. There's no worries about being late, Linka. You're always just in time. Marie-Louise says she's working on a scarf with my Knotty Scraptober box yarn. Oh, wow. Is it a crochet project, Marie-Louise? Is it a knitting project? Please let us know. Because that sounds amazing. And which Scrappy Tober box from Knotty Habit did you choose? I would love to know. Miranda says, it's not my favorite thing, weaving in the ends. Yeah, I mean, we can use the time so much better to be able to knit a new project or crochet a new project, right? But now we have to deal with the not so nice things like weaving in ends. It just comes as part of the project. But yeah, that's life. I'm just checking. Yes, it seems like it's still correct. Marie-Louise says, and before this, I was reading a Harry Potter fanfic. Oh, interesting. Love Harry Potter. Carl says, I'm only on season 3. I stopped watching it around season 6 years ago. He is busy watching Grey's Anatomy. Decided I want to watch everything. And it's nice to watch and crochet at the same time. Trying to finish the waffle blanket. Oh, I remember you said last week you're busy with the waffle blanket. Oh, it's such a great pattern, a crochet blanket. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I have rewatched Grey's Anatomy. I watched it years ago and then I stopped. So I didn't catch up with new seasons. And then, so I was doing that for probably 3 months. So I'm all catched up now. And I agree with you. It's nice to knit and crochet just watching that. Susanna says, I'm working on a very beginner-friendly lace scarf. Oh, let me just say, Susanna from Australia is actually a crocheter. And then she recently started knitting. And she's doing such a fantastic job. And so I'm so impressed and I'm so proud. Well done, Susanna. She says the scarf is called the Feather and Fan Short Scarf. And it's making me feel like I'm a real knitter because I can knit it. I'm so proud of you, Susanna. Well done. Well done. It's lovely to be able to be having both crafts, you know, to crochet and to knit. And honestly, I love them both. I don't have a favorite. And crochet would always be my first love. I'm sure it will be. Marie-Louise says it's a knitted scarf and it's a tube, so I don't need to weave in ends. Oh, there's a win. There is a win. That's such a great idea. I choose the Lumino box. Oh, me too. That was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful box. So the 3 options was earthy, I think, blossom and luminous. And I also chose luminous. It's all neons. So 15 20-gram skeins, which is almost like an advent set in October month. And that was really, really nice. Danae, she says, hi, everyone. Hello, Danae. How are you doing? Yes, so let me think. What did I do over the weekend? Friday night, we had the Mystery Knit Along YouTube live here on YouTube. That was quite nice. So if you want to see some shawls, progress on shawls for the people that's in the community page on my WhatsApp, and some of their shawls, please go and have a look there. It's absolutely beautiful. And Saturday morning, we had the knit and crochet group here in Bloemfontein. So it's a group of us that just knits and crochet together for 3 hours in the morning at a local nursery. I love that time, honestly. And then after that, it was just normal housework, lunch, all of that. And it was quite hot over the weekend. So only late afternoon, we progressed to our local war museum. They had a big celebration for the 125-year, like a festive event. And yeah, that was really nice. I think the high point of the evening, the highlight, not high point, highlight of the evening was the night at the museum. It was amazing. I loved every moment. It was interactive models dressed up in that time period within a, a cabinet, making some of them walking amongst us in the corridors and scare us. Oh, it was a lot of fun. That was truly, 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 truly a highlight. So Danae, I know Danae is in the chat. Danae, well done to you and the personnel at the museum for creating such a creative and memorable moment at the night at the museum section. It was absolutely wonderful. Susanna says, OMG, Jalene, I caught up on last week's live today, and after you spoke to your husband in Afrikaans, you kept going to speak it, and you said you weren't Englishing well tonight. Love what you called it. Yes, we have this saying here. I think it's a South African thing. We would say, for instance, like what? This pen is not penning tonight. Or this needles is not needling tonight. It's like when they're not working well together. So it was just framing that into that Englishing. So, and it's so funny because I would speak English the whole day at work. And then at nighttime, normally, it's like my English words is just done. It's just done. It's like all the English words that was meant for that day has been spoken. And then I struggle with English. Then I cannot think of words and all these lovely things. So, but I'm glad that you enjoyed the Afrikaans bit and that what I spoke to my husband. So, and I'm so grateful that he brought the things that I needed. And then at the end, I actually didn't even use it. So that was very kind. I hope I'm not skipping things now. Carl says, Marie-Louise, there is a wonderful Harry Potter crochet book called Harry Potter Crochet Wizardry. Oh, isn't that from, what is that lady's name? She's a brilliant crocheter. I think she's now in Canada. Brilliant. She's awesome. I'm planning to make the Bertie board every flavor bean socks. Oh, that's so, so awesome. Danae says, thanks so much for supporting the museum. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yes, Danae, it was really, really lovely. I'm so sorry that I missed the part with the Squares of Love blankets that we supported, but it was so hot. I just couldn't go into the sun on Saturday at that time, so I've missed that part. But I was so happy to be able to join the other sections or the other events during that time, late afternoon. Danae says, just some feedback regarding the Squares of Love project. In the end, we could give the orphanage 154 blankets. They will be distributing it all over their centers in the Free State. Wow, Danae. This is truly amazing. 154 blankets that we created by donating crocheted blocks or knitted blocks. That is so amazing. What a lovely, lovely, thing that we did. And not only us, I mean, so many crafters in Bloemfontein and surrounding and even in the country. So that is just wonderful. Crafters can really pull stuff together and do amazing things. So that is just wonderful, Danae. Edith, hello Edith. Hope everyone is well. Thank you, Edith. It's lovely seeing you in the chat. Yes, Lisa Tori. The author is Lisa Tori, the Harry Potter book. Yes, Carl. Lee is an amazing crochet artist. She's truly magnificent. I love her to bits on Instagram. She's such a treat. Love her, love her, love her. Marie-Louise says at Carl, that sounds so cute. Yes, so Marie-Louise, please go and have a look at Lee Sartori on Instagram. You will see all the things there. She even made the hat, the choosing hat. What do you call it now? That hat that tells you if you're going to Gryffindor, Slytherin, whatever. She designed that hat as well. So you can actually crochet the hat too. So that is so cool. And Carl, when are you leaving? You're supposed to go to Disneyland in Paris. When is that coming? Is it next week or the week thereafter? Rosemary says, wow, that is fantastic, Danae. That is just great. I agree with Rosemary. Danae says, grafters are super people. Grafters are super people. That is so true. Yes, the sorting hat. Yes, that's the one. Thanks, Carl. It's the sorting hat. It's such a beautiful, beautiful hat to crochet. That book is truly a masterpiece. Marie-Louise says, I actually went to a Wizarding World exhibition in Cologne during December. I remember you were in Europe that time. And I had Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. I couldn't resist. And we had butterbeer as well. Oh, that's amazing. Susanna says, oh, my Jalene, my little Chelsea girl heard you say hello to Edith. And she thought you were talking to her, and you even got a little gruff gruff. Oh, hello, Chelsea. That is so sweet. Somebody said, we were talking about cats this morning in one of the offices, and somebody said they're really scared of cats. Cats are evil. And I'm like, what are you saying? I mean, hello? Excuse me? Cats are evil? You definitely did not meet my cat or my cats. Cats are amazing animals. And I mean, our border collie, Charlie, is just, I love her so deeply. I love Charlie and I love Pepper and Katie. Oh, my animals, so much, so much. Carl says, I'm going to Paris at the end of the month, leaving on the 28th of October and coming back on the 1st of November. Oh, so we can still talk to you next week. And then the 2 weeks thereafter, we're going to hear all the deets about Disneyland and all the things. You need to remember we talked about yarn shops that you can maybe somewhere fit in, and we can't wait to hear all the feedback from your trip to Disneyland in Paris. That's going to be so, so awesome. Oh, Joy, you know what? I realized that I am having 2 modes while knitting. So the first mode is normal knitting with a great tension, not too tight, not too loose. Somehow, some way, my tension in this shawl, what is happening? In this shawl loosened during section 2 of, or clue 2 for this shawl. Ish. So yeah, it's a story, people. It's a story. So now I'm trying to have a little bit more, not a tight tension, but just because it was so loose. And I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Normally my tension doesn't change, and it seems like my tension, either I'm really relaxed, which I'm not. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the thin mohair. I truly don't know what's going on. Okay, it would look like we are still on the same page here on both sides. Susanna says. And here I was thinking that Chelsea wants to sit with me while I watch the live. No, I think she's more interested in listening to you laugh out loud. One of these days, I'll video her reaction to send to you. Oh, Susanna, I would absolutely just adore that. I'll have to remind me that I say goodbye to Chelsea at the end of this live. Marie-Louise says, Jalene, I agree. I love my pups and our cat. Our newest baby, Sammy, a dachshund, oh, wow, is currently lying next to me snoozing. He's the perfect crafting or reading or TV watching snoozing buddy. Oh, that is so awesome. You know, at night when we go to bed, we have both cats on the bed, and then Charlotte, the border collie dog, she like climbs onto bed, lies between myself and my husband, and then I sit there normally and knit for a bit. She falls asleep, and 2 nights ago, I think, I wanted to go to bed. I wanted to sleep, put off the light. And I was like, come on, Charlie, it's time to get up and go to your own bed because her own bed is just next to our bed. And she's like, she climbed onto my lap, doesn't want to leave the bed at all. And I felt so like my heart just melted. And my husband was like, but you should be as stern to the border collie as you are as with our daughter, because my daughter said I'm a very disciplined or a very disciplinarian. My daughter becomes very scared of me when I'm in my disciplinarian mode. And so my husband said, you should use the same tone of voice here with Charlotte because she's not listening to you. And I'm like, but how can I now do this to her? She doesn't want to leave my lap. This is so cute. But I want to sleep. But this is so cute. Oh, joy. People, this mohair is going to tangle. This is not good. Oh, joy. I think I need to have a strategy here of untangling my yarn quickly because otherwise I'm going to sit with a mess just now. Look at this color. Isn't it pretty? I just love this. I hope you can see. I can't see what I'm showing. I don't have a reference screen. Marie-Louise, I read that. Susanna says, oh, Marie, I love the mini dachshunds. Anita says, I thought it was just me. My tension on the brioche was very loose. Anita, even on the bubble section, my second bubble section, I don't know what happened. And I did my end of my bubble last night, and I don't know why, but it's so loose. I hope it's going to look okay. But yeah, here we go. We are just winging it. I'm sure that blocking will sort out all the problems. That is what I'm going for and praying for, honestly. So yes, let's put our hope in blocking. Okay, wait. Here is the problem. The problem is just here. Susanna says, apologies, Marie-Louise. No worries, Susanna. I know Marie-Louise. No, you are talking to her. So let me just sort out this because we cannot have an entanglement. And oh my goodness, if mohair starts to tangle, it is so difficult to unravel all of that, right? Okay, so we need to go this way. And then which way do we need to go next? Oh, joyful. This is not good. Okay, wait, there. This is going to be, okay, there. It goes into here. I must really make sure that I keep these yarns apart. Goodness gracious. Where does this go? You see there, it entangled already on that side. You are listening to my thought processes in my brain currently. Oh, joy. And okay, wait, what's happening here? Okay, let's see, where's this one going? Over there, under this one. All right, let's do that. There we go. Let me just roll this up a bit to have a bit more of. Alrighty. Okie dokie. We are winning. We are winning. We are winning. There we go. Marie-Louise says, Susanna, I don't think he's a mini, but he's still a baby and so darn cute. But isn't babies just the sweetest? Okay, so a friend of ours sent my husband a message last night. Hi, have a look here. And then it's an ad of people having baby border collies here in Bloemfontein. Yes. So my husband is like, oh, we need to have a friend for Charlotte. And I'm like, no, we don't need a friend for Charlotte because my husband is telling me all the time that when the animals pass away, he doesn't want more animals. It's too painful when they pass. It's a lot of responsibilities, you know, and I was like, you said this the other day that you don't want more children, not more children, more animals, because you are this is all your reasons. And here we are, and you are saying, oh, let's take one puppy border collie. Like, does that make sense to you? So he's so broody. He's been bothering me regarding this, getting a friend for Charlotte since last night, and I'm sticking to my guns. I'm just saying, no, 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 no. Rosemary says, I love the positive oh joy while you are unraveling the mohair. You know, there's two ways this can go. I can either be swearing, which would be horrible for Chelsea's ears, and then or I can but that is one of my sayings. I always say, oh joy. It's just a Jalene saying, I would assume. Nancy says the moe is beautiful. What is the merino color? Oh, yes, that's a good question. Nancy, I'm working the merino. So I have multiple colors. I don't know if you want me to show the shawl here, because then I just need to do a disclaimer because it's a mystery knit along. If you would like to see the shawl, let me know. I can show you a bit. So I'm using multiple colors, but the main color I'm using, Nancy, is navy blue, something like that. It's from Naughty Habit. It's a dark navy, and it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Suzette says, remember to do the like for this video. Oh, thanks, Suzette. You are so kind. Yes, so if you're still watching, and it would be wonderful if you can give the video a like. Marie-Louise said, Jalene, would you mind showing your shawl, please? I don't think I've seen photos of yours on Instagram. No, to be honest with you, I am currently at a space in time where I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of things. I am very busy. Social media, especially Instagram and Facebook, has been standing still. I should post every week. I plan to post. I have a plan on my diary, and then I just don't open up Instagram. So yeah, that's why I haven't seen anything, but the YouTube lives for the Mystery Knit Along is also there. So now let me quickly just put my needle stoppers in and say this as a disclaimer, that you are going to see the Mystery Knit Along Stephen West shawl. I'm not done with clue 2. So if you don't want to see, this is your clue to please look away. And it's a bit difficult to show. Wait, I can just quickly flip it inside out. Because it's on a needle that is, and all my stitches are bunched up. But this is what I can show you. What do we think? So I don't think the color is showing, maybe it's showing pretty beautifully. So I'm using a beautiful set from Naughty Habit with their neon sets, which is like a fade of each color, like a yellow. There's 3 colors from a soft neon yellow to a very bright neon yellow. There's a green, an orange, a pink, and a purple. And then I'm also using Naughty Habits, Scrappy Tober Box, and the Mohair from Cowgirl Blues. They're all South African dyers. So, yes, I'm trying to be not in the space where I just follow 2 colors, like Stephen West is saying. I'm trying to really evolve and be a little bit daring in my mystery knit along this year, and I'm currently loving the process. I think somebody said it so well on the YouTube live that we had on Friday, where you evolve as a knitter. And that is so true. In the beginning, I evolved as a knitter when I did my first mystery knit along. I remember so clearly that I felt like I leveled up. I was definitely a beginner knitter, and I just knew that after that shawl that I knitted for the first time, that my first mystery knit along, I was definitely not a beginner anymore. And then now this is my 4th year participating. And I say this every year, and I will continue to say it. This is a masterclass in knitting. And maybe it sounds a little bit like, oh my word, that sounds hectic. But Stephen is such a great teacher. And the masterclass is a masterclass, but everything is done so easy that it's doable for everyone, all the techniques. And then this year, I really evolved as a knitter where I could make my own ideas in terms of being daring with colors. I measure or weigh my yarn all the way to make good decisions. And yes, I'm taking a plunge and I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving the shawl this far. Okay. Let me see. I'm missing comments. Let me quickly see. Edith says, tell Philip Charlotte is too old to get a puppy for company. A puppy will only irritate her. That's what I said, Edith. I really think so too. And I think she would be a little bit jealous of the company. I mean, even now when Katie or Pepper is coming for, some love, and you give them love, then she's like coming also. She also just doesn't want to miss out. So I think a puppy will not work for Charlotte. Susanna says, would love to see your shawl. You do such a lot, Jalene. Remember to give yourself a break when you need. Thanks so much, Susanna. So I am definitely going to scale down things next year for myself. I'm busy. I'm working full time. I'm running Made by Jalene. I am doing drama currently. We're having a big show at the end of November. Busy as a mom, busy as a wife. So yes, it's really busy, and I love being busy, but I realize I need to slow down a little bit and grant myself some time to breathe, because otherwise you get so overwhelmed. Miranda says, wow, beautiful. Thank you so very much, Miranda. Marie-Louise says, I love the navy with the green, right? But navy with neons is just amazing. And I have to say thank you to Mincy from Naughty Habit for telling me that, because she told me that already in June when I bought these neons. So it really goes so well with neon colors. Susanna says, wow, I love it. The colors remind me of those fruit tingle lollies. Or I don't know if you have those, Susanna, at Australia, but what do you call it now? What is the word for that? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to get to it now. Licorice sweets. Licorice all sorts. It reminds me of those sweets. Edith says, your shawl is gorgeous, Jalene. Thank you so very much, Edith. Miranda says, love the colors. Thank you, Miranda. Susanna says, I think your husband was hoping for a puppy for his birthday. Susanna, I did not even think about that thought. My husband had his birthday last week, Thursday, and yeah, maybe he was trying to like hint for that. Maybe he wants a pet just for him, as obviously Charlotte and the cats always gravitate to you. Oh, Susanna. I think the cats gravitate to all of us, but let me tell you, Philip is the animal guru in the house. The cats absolutely love him. Charlie absolutely love him. He is their first choice, actually. But they also love myself and our daughter. And it's interesting how they make sure to give all of us, the humans in the house, equal attention as well. It's so interesting. Nancy, yes, Bees, you did hold it up a little when untangling. Whoops. Oh, sorry, Nancy. I hope I didn't spoil anything. Rosemary says, your shawl is so pretty. Love the colors. Thank you, Rosemary. Susanna says, also, most border collies are in packs of more than one. You see them that way, even in sheep herding. That is absolutely true. They work together, so she probably does need a friend. You're definitely correct, Susanna. We actually think she is craving a dog friend. She used to stay with a lot of dogs, different types of dogs. And so, yeah, we need probably to give her a friend. But I think a puppy is not the answer. We need to have a full-grown dog as a friend for her, but not a puppy. I don't think she would enjoy puppies. She's also very scared of, or very, not scared maybe, but she's not a fan of children. And I don't know if that is the previous history with children she had, but she's not a fan of small children. So I think puppies are definitely out. Yeah, but I think she is craving or wanting a friend. Nancy says, very pretty. Thank you, Nancy. Maggie says, dit is my tweede jaar wat ek nou 'n shawl maak. So it's her second year that she's making a shawl. Oh, wow, Maggie. And did you do it last year with the whole drama of the first mystery knit along? Because I think it's such a sad year to maybe have started. But I would want to know, how did you feel after doing the first shawl? Did you feel very accomplished? Suzette says, wow, it's a beautiful shawl. Thank you, Suzette. And then Susanna says, yes, Ligeries all sorts. Oh my word, yes, I love Ligeries all sorts. So it reminds me a bit, the shawl reminds me a bit of that. Edith says, you can borrow our Ava. They have an Ava, a long-haired dachshund. She is just so beautiful. She says, you can borrow her for a month. And then the message is gone. Suzette says, Susanna, description with Ligeries also is so the best name. Yes, absolutely. It does remind you of Ligeries also. So now in the second brioche section, I am currently incorporating the mohair. That's what I'm doing. Right, let me start. How long does it take you to do a row? I'm just curious because currently it's taking me very long. I must actually measure myself. I think the last time I measured over the weekend, it was about 15 minutes on a row to do one row. And it's probably going to take me, now it's taking me such a long time currently to knit these rows because I'm having such a great time with all of you. It really is special to talk with all of you and hear your feedback and your comments and your lovely supportive messages. I really, really appreciate them all, and I appreciate you. Yes, so it seems like the previous row, prior to this row, I did a little bit of apologies, more tight knitting. because I'm struggling to move the stitches, and it's so funny. It's like I am doubting myself here with my tension. It's crazy. Edith says, you can borrow our Ava for a month, then you will definitely not want another dog because she will tire you all out. Ava is such a beauty. She's such a pretty long hair dachshund. She is beautiful. Maggie says, dit is met twist en turns. Ek moet nog laas jaar sinne maak. So she started her first shawl with twists and turns, and she didn't do last year's one. Okay, Maggie. Twists and turns was quite an interesting mystery knit along as well. I liked the construction and I loved the cables, but I'm not wearing that shawl that much actually. I have to say my shawlography is still it's probably my favorite shawl. The twist and turns shape is not my favorite, but I love the details on that shawl, and so I'm very proud of that one as well. Last year's one, love the construction of that, and yes. So, but I am really, truly enjoying this year's mystery knit along thus far. It's really enjoyable. So I cannot complain. But I'm embracing my pace, as you can see, because we are not done with Clue 2, and Clue 3 is dropping tomorrow. I think everyone is so excited about that. Yes. So are you have any projects currently working on Christmas gifting? Crocheting gifts for Christmas, knitting gifts for Christmas, sewing gifts, punch needling. Are there anything that you're currently planning or currently doing to craft for Christmas? I would love to know, because before we know it, we're going to sit here and we're going to say, oh my goodness, in a week's time, it is Christmas. So I'm really curious to know, are you currently thinking of that? Have you started with gifting ideas? Do you actually do gift things over Christmas time? What do you and your family do? What is your viewpoint? That would be really interesting. I would love to know. I would love to know that. There was something I wanted to say. Oh, yes, I was still talking about the weekend. So we went to the museum. Oh my goodness, I loved the night at the museum. That was quite fun. And then Sunday, my daughter had her friend, she went actually with us to the museum. That was quite nice. And then Sunday, late afternoon, her mom came to pick her up. So we were just having a lazy Sunday here at home, chilling. It was really lovely. But it was so hot. We had like a heat wave. What's happening? We just came out of winter and then it's suddenly a heat wave. So I cannot wait for the rain to really start here in Bloemfontein. Marie-Louise says, I don't like that kind of pressure, time-wise, she says. And the minute I put a deadline on a project, I lose all interest in working on it. That's interesting. I would assume there's so many people that would feel like that, Marie-Louise. And then it's just, it's almost like a job. You just don't feel it anymore. Are you talking about the mystery knit along specifically, Marie-Louise? Or are you talking about Christmas gifting? Or are you talking about in general? For both. I think it's so important that when you do participate in a mystery crochet along, knit along, whatever the case might be, the one thing that I really truly appreciate of Stephen West is he's always saying, embrace your pace. It's not a race. You need to enjoy it, and you need to do it on your time. Even if it takes you a year, that is fine too. Edith says, not gifts yet, but trying to bake Christmas decor. Oh, wow. I'm trying my first quilted project by doing a table runner and have been slowly trying to cross-stitch some decor as well, but it's slow going. Oh my goodness, Edith, I cannot wait to see the table runner. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Listen, if you need to pass me a sewing machine, I would probably be responsible for earthquakes and a lot of natural events happening, because that is just not my jam. I can sew if I have to. I don't want to. It would be earthquakes on all natural disasters. You just don't want that to happen. Marie-Louise says, any kind of thing where I have a deadline. So I don't like testing patterns as well, because there is usually a time limit. That is so true. And I can fully understand that. So this is maybe a very good question to ask. If you have the problem where you struggle with having a deadline and then it just takes away your crojo or your knitting mojo, do you also struggle then having multiple projects? And this goes for every one of you. How do you manage with projects? Do you like to rather be a monogamous knitter or crocheter, or can you handle 1 or 2 or 3 projects? Or do you have a limit in terms of how many projects you can in fact handle, and that would not feel like it's overwhelming to you and you are just not having progress because you have 5 projects but you don't really have any progress on them, and hence you are feeling stressed? What is the take? What do you do? How do you feel? Susanna says, I'm the same with deadlines. I did wonder if it's my inner child rebelling, laugh out loud, but I think there's so many deadlines, work, bills, etc., that knitting is a joy. So I just want to feel relaxed about it. I think this is wonderfully put, Susanna, because it should not be a work for us. It should be the way that we debrief and relax, you know. Marie-Louise says, I think because I work in a job where I work with deadlines all the time, so I don't like having deadlines in my hobbies. Yes, I get you. I have the same problem at work. Work is so stressful with so many expectations and so many responsibilities and so many deadlines and so many emails. I'm currently not handling my emails well because it's just too much. So there's emails that is slipping through my fingers. It is what it is. Edith says, no, Ease, don't break the weather, Jalinke. It's deurmekaar enough. Leave the sewing to me. Yes, I'm going to do that because I'm not a sewer at all. And I don't want to embark on a natural disaster for us. So I'll definitely leave it be. Thank you, Edith. Rosemary says, I'm definitely a monogamous crafter. Marie-Louise says, Susanna, exactly. And then Suzette says, our nights are still cool, our days is hot. Yes, we actually had a very cool night last night. I was really, truly grateful because the day was so hot. I really needed to have something that can just, cool us down a bit. Wait, hold on. Let me see. What do I need to do here? Oh, that's what I need to do. And, and I was so grateful for the cold evening last night. And but I'm really craving for us to have some rain. I know that Johannesburg and Pretoria had some rain yesterday, and I'm really jealous. I'm really jealous. So I mean, I truly would like that for you to have some rain, but I wish we had some rain too, honestly. Jeepers creepers, why is everything so tight? No, man, I need to go back to this loose knitting. It's much better to manage with these 2 strands of yarn. Really, really. I need to loosen things up here. There we go. Rosemary says we had a lovely storm last night. I'm jealous, Rosemary, but I'm so grateful for the rain that you got. Marie-Louise says, I still have a blanket on the bed in the evenings, and our mornings are also still cool. Very weird. And you're more to the northern side of the country, so that is quite interesting to me, that that is the case indeed. Yeah. It's like summer arrived, but summer doesn't really fully want to arrive. It's like summer is like just putting the toes in the sand and like, are we sure we want to have summer starting? You know, no, let me just take it away. It's very strange, the weather. Very, very strange. So I am currently, I would say, also a monogamous knitter. I really do not have the capacity to worry about multiple projects at the same time. 2-3 years ago, it was a different story. Currently, that is not what I can do. So I am just a monogamous crafter currently. Carl says, I have to dash. See you all next week. Have a lovely evening, everyone. See you, Carl. Thank you for joining. It was lovely having you in the chat. See you next week. I thought I would be able to complete this row before we say goodbye. I don't think it will be completed. Let's see how far we can get. Marie-Louise says, my mom in Mokopane have mid-30 temperatures already. So it's already very hot. 30 degrees Celsius. So I don't know. What in Fahrenheit is it for those that is using Fahrenheit? I think it's only the Americans using Fahrenheit. Am I correct? So, and I don't think there's an American currently on the chat. So maybe it's unnecessary for us to indicate that. So, but yes, mid-30s are quite high for sure. Definitely, definitely hot. All right, it's going easier now. It would seem that only those first few stitches was somehow, I don't know, tight. But this is not tight, this is lovely. The only thing with a moe is that it gets stuck on my needle and it's annoying. It's really, really, really annoying. There we go. If I just press everything together on this left needle, we can make progress. All right, so how many projects do you actually have that you're currently busy working on? I think it was Susanna that said, oh no, Rosemary said she's a monogamous knitter. So, Debra, okay, I think Debra is from US. Hello, Debra. She says, yeah, because we have to be different. Fahrenheit for sure. So we need to work out the Fahrenheit. Let's quickly do that. Mid-30s. Let's quickly check. Celsius to Fahrenheit. If I can type properly. There we go. 35. Let's work with 35 because that's 95 Fahrenheit. So it's quite hot currently, beginning of summer here in South Africa, more to the north in Mokopane. Nancy says, I have no deadlines in my knitting. I just do what I want and no stress. Oh, Nancy, I love that way of thinking. Do what you want, no stress. I love that. Marie-Louise says, I have almost finished a color stripe during this chat. How awesome is that? You're making progress. I wonder, was it Nancy who was working away ends? Nancy, how are we doing with working away ends? Or was it somebody else? I think it was Nancy. I can't remember. Nancy says there are 5 at the moment. She's got 5 works in progress. That's amazing. Suzette says, Edith, I agree. You do the sewing, please. I'm not in the mood for disaster management in the last 3 months of the year. You have let me laugh so much tonight. Okay, so I promise I will stay away from sewing machines, not to enable a natural disaster. Marie-Louise says, technically speaking, I have 3 projects at the moment, but the other 2 are dormant. Okay, great. I wanted to find out what exactly that technically means, but I think she answered there. Edith says, having a gazillion projects don't bother me anymore. If I get a few hours joy out of a crafty project and never work on it again, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. The joy I get out of the time spent. That is, I think that is so important, because sometimes we are just so rigid. When you start something, you have to complete it, right? And you feel guilty because you're not completing it. And actually, when you free yourself from those notions or ideas, it can be really a freeing experience. And then you can have that attitude of Edith, for the few minutes that it brought you joy. That is just wonderful, even if you don't work on the project ever again. And you maybe frog it, or it's lying in your cabinet up until a point where you do, in fact, want to work on it again, or whatever the case might be. Miranda says, I have several projects at the moment: knitting a shawl, crocheting a scarf, and knitting a pair of socks. Oh, that is a great combination of projects, I think. There's something crocheting, there's a small sock, a small project in terms of socks. That sounds amazing, Miranda. Oh, it was Miranda who was weaving in ends. Sorry, Miranda. She was weaving in ends. Weaving in ends is going, wow. Okay, awesome. Because it seems like everyone is making progress. Marie-Louise has knitted a stripe. Miranda is going well on the weaving. Edith says, on it is what crafting, that is what crafting is about. If I get finish out of it, that is super great. If not, then that is okay as well. I agree. Maritza, hello, Maritza. Nancy says it was Miranda weaving in ends. Thanks, Nancy. Rosemary says, I think I have 3 or 4 unfinished projects. Since I started knitting, and especially the socks, they became dormant. They become dormant. They have become dormant. All right. And it's fine having unfinished socks or having unfinished whips. That is fine too. Anita says, currently I only have 3 projects, but 2 does not count. My shawl and my pair of socks and my forever Battenberg. Forever. I like what she's saying, my forever crochet Battenberg blanket. So she's having the shawls and the pair of socks and the Battenberg blanket. And let me tell you, I've seen Anita's Battenberg blanket. It is truly gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I think I'll have to ask in my community page, those finished objects of yours or your beautiful whips that you have, send it to me on the general group. Somebody needs to remind me this on my WhatsApp community page next week, so that we can share some of those beautiful pictures on the live, because it's really inspirational, inspiring to look at these beautiful projects that all of you are working on. So I think we should maybe do that for next week. That would be awesome. Okay, I am not missing something, right? No, I'm not. All right, I think it's time for us to start to say goodbye. It's amazing how time flies when you're having fun. It was such a joy to spend time with you. Sitting and chatting with all of you. I truly appreciate that you are taking the time to spend it with me. It's really, really appreciated. Nancy says, I recently learned how to knit socks, so I'm having fun with that and have a couple shawls I'm working on as well. Oh, wow, Nancy. The, the rabbit hole of socks is just a great tumble to go into that rabbit hole. Socks is such a great knit. It's a quick knit. You get quick gratification of just doing a small knitting project like that. So love to knit socks, and I hope that it's going to give you many more joyous knitting time. And then, wow, a couple of shawls. That is remarkable. Susanna says, all my crochet, mosaic crochet, Tunisian crochet, etc. are on hold as I still get pain, but not when I knit. I have some comb tops, so I can try out my drop spindle. Oh, that is awesome, Susanna. You know what I've realized? Previously, I used to have a knitting project on the go as well as a crochet project, and I really interchange them daily. So the one day I would knit, the one day I would crochet, because I found that doing repetitive movements with crochet, or even sometimes with knitting, but not as much. Knitting is easier on my hands. Um, it really just helped me to have those different sets of motions changed every day. So I'm a big fan of actually changing my projects, but now I'm not currently doing that. Suzette says she's got 5 whips during the chat. During this chat, I start with socks, toe shaping. Oh, lovely, Suzette. Edith says, sorry, Susanna, I hope your recovery is going well. Yes, so I'm thinking of you, Susanna, with the pain that you're getting. And I'm sending you healing vibes from all of us to you in Australia with the pain that you are experiencing. Marie-Louise says, thank you. I really enjoyed this, and I will definitely make this a weekly thing as far as I can. Thank you so much, Jalene. Good night to everyone and happy crafting. It is my absolute pleasure. Oh my goodness, my mouth and my tongue doesn't want to work anymore. It's lovely having you. And Nancy says, thank you so much. Susanna says, yes, Edith. Had 2 infections, but it's all clear now. Oh, that's good. And then Rosemary says, good night to you all. Have a good week. Yes, so thank you so very much for spending the time with me, talking about all the great yarny, crochet. We even talked about Harry Potter, Disneyland, so many things. And I did not even plan anything. Like normally I would plan topics for us to talk about. There was no time, and it was such a great chat. So thank you so very much for that. Susanna says, thank you, Jalene, and all in the chat. Had such a wonderful time. As always, good night tonight. Oh, Susanna, it's lovely having you. And Edith says, have a good week, everyone. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Edith, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. Whoops, I almost pushed down the water bottle. And next week we'll be here at the same time, same place. And we will have a YouTube live for the Mystery Knit Along. So to watch the YouTube live, you don't need to actually knit the Mystery Knit Along. You can just be a viewer looking at all the shawls that's currently making the progress. So you're very welcome to join us. It will be this coming Saturday. I need to attend a funeral in the morning, so I just not certain on the time yet, but it will pop up here on YouTube, and so you'll get a notification of when it will be. So join us then as well. We would love for you to join, and then it will not only be me, it will be some people joining me on screen showing their shawls. So that would be absolutely lovely. All right, let me see. There's some more messages. Anita says, thanks all. I have knitted 3 long rows during the live. Wow, good. That's amazing, Anita. Good luck. Good night. Deborah says, sending rain to those in need. Thank you so very much. I agree. Love, light, and fiber blessings to all. Oh, thank you so very much for joining us, Deborah. I hope you would not have a severe winter in US, and I hope that you are safe, especially with all the disasters that happened in the last 2 weeks in America and Florida, I believe. I hope you're okay as well. Miranda says, thank you, Jalene, and everyone. Have a nice week. Thank you so very much. Benita says, bye. I couldn't chat. I was knitting on my clue too, but I enjoyed the chat. Benita, it was lovely having you. So, yes, stay blessed, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next week. Mwah. Doodle doos.